Hello everybody, my name is CulBlu, and I'm bringing you guys to JoinDota League. This is the second game in Revenge versus UG, and I don't know who won the last one. Something weird happened where in the middle of the cast it just stopped, and two people dropped out and they couldn't get back in, and then at the continuation point, two people dropped, or not two people dropped out, the whole entire game dropped out for me as far as spectating goes. So I'm actually in the game now as a spectator on the side, so hopefully I can actually cast from this perspective, but if not, I'll be content with just casting other things too. I don't know, I guess I'll be fine with that. So anyway, I'm not an official caster, I'm an unassigned person, so I don't think you can hear me on Dota TV, but I am in the game live. I do have it live relative to when this game was recorded, and we see the game shooting off, so I'm just going to go ahead and ask who won last one. So I can figure out who, well, if I had to guess, I would say... See, now I can't remember who played what.
10 seconds remaining.
The team with the Weaver, I think that was Revenge.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, those Benjis. I want to say they probably won, because the other side, they weren't in that good of a position the last time I left. So anyway, speculation aside, let's go and talk about the facts of what we see in front of our faces, because we got an Ember Spirit banned out, first banned by Revenge. And Ember Spirit is a powerful person, as I stated before. He kind of has an awkward moment between his transition from person who does a lot of damage through magic and person who does a lot of damage through physical attacks. But at the end of the day, Ember Spirit's always easy to kill. Very flimsy person, very fragile person, but he does do a massive amount of damage if you play him right. That can be said about him, I guess it's too vague for me to say. But that said, his counter first ban is going to be a Venomancer. Because who wants to face a Venomancer? I mean, Venomous scale level 1 is so annoying. That ulti from Venomancer does hurt a lot when it catches
10 seconds remaining.
And also the poison sting is always a persistent nuisance to your life and your face and your body. So having the Venomancer ban out from Union Gaming is also a really nice ban to have out as a first ban. I am officially starting to respect the Venomancer first ban. I still do hold the Venomancer as one of those close people in my heart, or players, or heroes in my heart. I'm just like, oh my gosh, Venomancer, you grew up. I remember before when people just never picked you, and now they pick you all the time. Which is not true, because people used to almost always pick Venomancer as a support back in the days of TI2, I think? Or maybe it was a TI3. I think it was TI3. So anyway, as far as the rest of the bans, we've seen Invoker ban and also a Visage ban, or Visage, however you want to pronounce that. Invoker being banned out is unique because he was playing last time by Revenge, and he did do a really good job of holding
10 seconds remaining.
Actually, no, he wasn't played by Revenge. He was played by, I think he was played by UG.
5 seconds remaining.
They were on the dire side last time, and Invoker was on the dire side.
So
Invoker did do a really good job of playing his game. Maybe UG just don't want to face him because they know they're not going to pick him up, and they also don't have first pick, so they don't want to let him go. So they actually may force Revenge to take a little bit of time thinking about their first pick now. Which is why they're going so far into reserve time. Only 20 seconds in, and these guys don't know what to do with themselves now. Probably heavily readjusting their schedule, or readjusting their strategy. Because like I said, Invoker was first pick last time, I think, by Union Gaming. Actually, no. It was a Nick Assassin and somebody else.
Radiant team.
I don't think Invoker was first pick, but Revenge do first pick that Crystal Maiden, so they're going to be going for some, well, this would be early game aggression, some early game push, because Chin, Enchantress, and also, Tinker, whatever. Chin and Enchantress are still in the pool. They both can be put on the same side as Revenge and do a whole bunch of work. If I had to choose between the one to pick first, I would say definitely Chin. I think Chin's a little bit more useful. I mean, yeah, his heal is only flat.
10 seconds remaining.
Heal or 200 heal flat, but his global is really nice to have.
5 seconds remaining.
And also, his creeps are always useful. Unless there's a Lich who drops his ult.
Reserve
like,
time.
Creeps die. No, die now, please. Gaming taking a sweet time picking up the next pick. They pick up a Doombringer, so we're going to see him again in this game.
Pick.
And we got a Puck pickup, so Doom and Puck, some nice.
Dire team pick.
I want to say nice synergy because Puck can drop that Dream Pole, Doombringer can come in and pick a target, any target, drop his ulti on, and Puck can silence everybody else and help Doom kill them. So we're gonna see some nice combinations coming out from Union Gaming. I'm not gonna say it's gonna be the best of combinations because Puck has a silence and Doom has I want to kill you fast type abilities. So maybe, I don't
10
know,
seconds
maybe
remaining.
Here, but Puck is a really nice team fight initiator, and also
5 seconds
really nice
remaining.
to come in and just focus down on single targets like those carries, or maybe just burn everybody to death.
Reserve time.
And a Clockwork Goblin gets picked up by Revenge, so
Dire
will we be
team
seeing
ban.
a Nyx Assassin, or Knights, Lifestealer, get paired up with that Clock is the big question. Clockwork really nice for those team fights as well. Puck versus Clockwork, I do favor Clockwork now that I see things a little bit clearer, especially since playing the Billy Jeff. Clockwork has that rappel which helps him pull into all those people who are trying to run away, and also just catch off people. Maybe he'll get a good target, maybe he'll get a good pull or rappel, maybe he'll get a bad one and rappel to something like to a creep or something. But his power cards are almost always effective.
10 seconds remaining.
They're annoying as crap. You bounce all around. You lose a lot of HP. Plus you lose a lot of mana.
5 seconds
and
remaining.
You also run into like 5 at a time. Like I swear, it never fails. Whenever I see power cards from a Clockwork,
Reserve
it's like
time.
the pathing for my hero just decides to walk right into the cogs and then right into the next one, then the next one, then the next one. Like hit all 9 within the duration of, I think it's 9 seconds max duration. 8 seconds max duration. I probably hit about 8 cogs in the whole entire duration, which is crappy as crap. But yeah, Puck, she's all about trying to, dream coil in, or not dream coil, she's all about trying to illusionary orb in, pop in, throw on the silence, and then throw her damage. Clockwork can counter that quite hard because Puck doesn't really have a nice center point to jump into because Clockwork just throws all that crap in the middle and Puck is bouncing all over the place. Getting delayed as far as dropping her ulti, and it might buy Revenge a little bit more time to set up their team fights. As far as the bans go, we see an Elder Titan ban out and a Dazzle ban out from Revenge, and I do like the Dazzle ban out because Dazzle for carry 2014, guys. I don't know if you
10
guys have ever seen
seconds
carry
remaining.
Dazzle, but it's one of those things where you see it once and you're just like a fan of it for every time afterwards.
Radiant team pick.
I seriously doubt Revenge would have played him as a carry, or Union Gaming would have played him as a carry since they have 2 people that they need already as their cores. They need some more supports, so they'll probably play him with support. But his Shallow Grave is very annoying to face. Healing Wave is physical damage, which is annoying because you can't block it with magic resist or you can't block it with magic immunity. And also, Dazzle has a lot of sustain when these team fights do break out. His ulti's good for the
10 seconds remaining.
Positive armor. And yeah, Dazzle's just a solid hero all around.
5
a lot of
seconds
people like to say
remaining.
Dazzle is a high skill cap support. Whereas like, you have to be really good and really know what you're doing to actually work Dazzle effectively. Because if you don't use your Shallow Grave at the right time, your ally's going to die. If you don't Shadow Wave at the right time, you're going to die. If you don't ulti at the right time, then you're not going to be able to take advantage of all the armor, whether negative or positive, that it gives you. So anyway, all that said, he's banned out. Elder Titan banned out as well, that return to natural order. Very, very, very disgusting thing to face in these team fights, especially when you have a Clockwork who can just trap you in, along with the Elder Titan. And they can just say, hi, we're here to kill you. And then they proceed to kill you and murder your face. So the pick that is on the side of the Revenge, they picked up a Shadow Fiend, and the pick into Shadow Fiend, I think it was a
5 seconds remaining.
No, it was a Weaver pick, then a Shadow Fiend pick, and now they're gonna Revenge, or saying, alright, the ball's in your court,
Reserve time.
The Shadow Fiend can actually do quite a bit of damage, versus a Weaver while he's stuck inside power cards, or maybe even Weaver while he's trying to run away. So some really nice stuff for that. And also Shadow Fiend versus Puck, I think Shadow Fiend does lose that lane at the end of the day, but he should be able to have some nice farm. Sadly, he's not on the Radiant side, so he doesn't have easy access to
Dire
those
team pick.
neutrals that are right beside him. Like maybe he'll get a Satar camp, which will give him like 4 souls. But meh, can't really fuss at it too much. Oh, Tempo Assassin and Bristleback were banned on the side of Union Gaming. I didn't talk too much about those two because I didn't feel like there's not much to be said. TA Snowball Hero 2013, 2012, and 2011 probably. If you just give her a little bit, she'll
10
take a lot,
seconds
she'll
remaining.
wreck your entire team, wreck all their faces. And the negative armor she gets from
5
metal,
seconds
plus a Death Slayer,
remaining.
plus a Blink Dagger, so she can chase you, is so freaking scary, so freaking dangerous. So she's banned out.
Reserve time.
I do think that's a decent ban. Bristleback being banned out too, so no Crystalback, sadly, or no Bristol Maiden. If you guys would prefer that combination of words. the way Crystalback works is basically Crystal Maiden gives Bristleback a lot of mana regen because of her Brilliance Aura or Arcane Aura, as it's probably called now. And Bristleback can just spam his spells to heck. That would just pop all the quills in the world. I think by the time he pops one quill, between popping the one quill and another quill, he gets a whole entire, 3-second cooldown, so 2.5 additional regen. 2.5 times 3 is 7.5 mana. He gets built up over time, so it's really nice to have. Treant Protector is going to be picked up outside of Revenge. I do like Treant Protector because that makes Shadow Fiend less vulnerable to actually getting picked off, or less vulnerable to actually getting ganked a lot, or just dying. So he should be able to be a little bit braver in his lane. Same thing for Clockwork, same thing for Crystal Maiden, because Clockwork and Crystal Maiden and Shadow Fiend are pretty flimsy too.
10 seconds remaining.
Better word for it. They're pretty fragile. So given them that living armor,
5 seconds remaining.
First blood and Union Gaming getting first blood.
Radiant
is going to be banned out on
pick.
Revenge, and we got Union Gaming. They banned out the Luna, so it looks like they're going to go for somebody who wants to go for pickoffs, or maybe they just don't want to face all the bouncing blades of Doom. Too early to tell right now, but Revenge, they banned out the Lich, so it just tells them that they might be going for Enchantress or Chen later, or in their last pick. They do have room for it, because Clockwork and Shadow Fiend can play those two cores.
10 seconds remaining.
Chen or actually Enchantress will fit a little bit better now.
Dire team pick.
Good.
One of the heroes experienced some technical difficulties.
Because she can't help them with that early game push and early game aggression. Although with the Earthshaker being picked up, it kind of says, hey, if you guys pick an Enchantress, there's going to be more damage coming out from these Echo Slam. So you do have to be careful about that. I do not have internet still because the timer stopped.
Ten seconds remaining.
So I have internet still. And the Drow Ranger, wow! Drow Ranger for the last pickup, guys. Revenge looking to go for some nice little pub-style strats. They said, hey bro, we're gonna have Drow snowball out of control because she's made of ice. She's a queen of ice, and what's better than ice? That's right, guys, snow! So now you snow. Get it? Now you snow? Now you know. Yeah, okay. You're right, wasn't that funny? But yeah, Drow Ranger for carry. Gonna be really nice. The Gust is a really nice ability to have versus so many people who need to cast their spells. If Drow doesn't get caught with the initial stun from Earthshaker, she can just silence him up and kill him. And it's gonna be a very, very sad day.
Time for preparations.
Raking. And speaking of Raking, let's go ahead and do introductions. Starting off on the side of Revenge. Starting on this Treant Protector, we see Mesco. On this Shadow Fiend, we see Smash on him running towards that middle lane. On this Crystal Maiden, we see Mesku, or Masuko, or, oh no. Masoku. Yeah, Masoku. On this Clockwork Goblin, we see Mihawk. And last but not least, on this Drow Ranger, the surprise pickup in this game, we see Binges, question mark. On the side of UG, we see on this Ancient Apparition, we see, wow, what was that? Zeko? Or Zook. Oh yeah, Zook, okay, Zook, right. Zook on the Ancient Apparition. On this Puck, we see Derail. On this Doombringer, we see Dark God with the exclamation point at the end, just, you know, push the point a little bit further. On this Weaver, we see Stand-In Spectral on Weaver. And last but not least, on this Earthshaker, we see the one, the only, Gosu Ray King, MZK on that Earthshaker. And yeah, so we're just waiting for this nice little Paul's next level Dota to go through. So we got a DCs coming up from some casters. They're trying to get people back in. Somebody needs a second on side of UG. Just trying to wait. And I'll go ahead and take this moment to give a huge shout out to JoinDota and all of its community and everybody in the every admin who's host or who's behind this tournament. Also the main people who organize this event. Thank you guys for organizing this event. It's a really cool event. Really proud or really honored to be a part of this whole entire process, I guess, of casting games that happen over a long league series. And also, I'm really excited for this series, for the whole entire esports community, because this series this series is a sign to me of more leagues like it to come from bigger organizations like JoinDota or Beyond the Summit, or yeah, those are only two I can think of right now. But anyway, for the most part, it's really nice to see a lot of teams get involved for this event, because there are a lot of divisions. There are many divisions, and there's also a lot of teams up and coming that can get their names out there by playing in this event. A lot of casters as well who can get their names out there by casting these events, and a lot of games to just cast flat out. So some really cool stuff. Kudos to everybody in the JoinDota community, and also everybody who's organizing these events from JoinDota. And maybe one day we'll see some awesome teams go to like TI3 that were played in the JoinDota League as their first tournament. You never know. You never know. We'll see it one day. Alright, so the pause was undone, or undid up. And I see Smurf just came online, sweet. But sadly, I'm in Dota TV now yet, or not in Dota TV, I'm in the game now, so no Dota TV for you. Alright, so we've already done introductions, we've already talked about the huge shout out to JoinDota and all the people who organized this event. And I guess now we can just talk about the rotations.
30 seconds remaining.
Not too terribly exciting. I mean, Clockwork and crew are rotating to play some wards. And there's a Treant Protector who's going to be playing safe lane, so we might be seeing some tri lane action just to make sure that the Drow Ranger can get the farm that she needs to be successful. Shadow Fiend, smash on him should be fine. He has himself a Wraith Band plus 2 Iron Branches. Going to be going for the most damage possible early game. And by most damage, I mean, yeah, 6 Iron Branches might give him more. Would that give him more?
May the best team win.
10, 11 damage? Yeah, 6 Iron Branches will just give him 6. So yeah, giving himself the most damage possible.
Double damage.
Game on. And he also got those two Tango shards. Or is it shards or shared? Ah, shared. So, really cool. Really good stuff. Double damage on Crystal Maiden. Look out, guys. She hits for her whole entire 38 times 2, which is 76 damage right now. That's a lot of damage, especially for a Puck. 76 damage coming your way. Frostbite comes on top of Puck. Puck actually used Illusion Orb in the wrong direction. She just might be going down here very soon. Sadly, the Frostbite only lasts for a few seconds, and Shadow Fiend does not have any raises. If Shadow Fiend had a raises though, Puck would have definitely died, because she dropped that Illusionary Orb in a very offensive manner, and derailed, just might have been derailed as far as his life goes. Just might have got derailed, you know, his life off the rails into the grave. Nothing, guys? Especially since Treant Protector, he went for a Leech Seed. Actually, no, it doesn't matter. Treant Protector's on the side of the Shadow Fiend. His team would have gotten a kill. Drow Ranger doing a nice little job just harassing these guys out of lane, forcing them to go back. Doombringer did go for the developers. We got Leech Seed coming out from Treant Protector, just being a little bit aggressive versus this Earthshaker. Enchant Person does show up, and the tri-lane is intact. Actually, tri-lane on tri-lane action. Doombringer a little bit trouble. He has no armor, and he's going to be really, really in trouble. Sadly, Treant Protector has no more mana. If he had a Leech Seed, that would have been a dead Doom. Leech Seed would have slowed him for a whole entire 28%, and that would have been more than enough. So tri-lane on tri-lane action happening once again, this time on the top of the map instead of the bottom of the map. The tri-lane happening from UG is actually pretty decent. I mean, I don't expect them to kill a bunch of people, but actually, speaking of killing a bunch of people, Shadow Fiend getting some nice damage on top of Puck. Puck forced to back away. 2 raises getting used, only 2, not all 3. That is a lot of damage going in the way of Puck. 150 damage per raise, which after reductions is roughly about 100. And oh my gosh, look at the damage! Puck almost going down. Luckily able to stay alive because I think she phase shifted to right click, but yeah, derail needs to be extremely careful here. I said before that Shadow Fiend should lose this lane, but I mean Shadow Fiend has had such a good start and is able to get these raises off. And also, oh man, the Drow Ranger's Precision Ore really helping out with that damage, increasing that base damage by 5, which does add up over time. Meanwhile, DC comes out from Weaver, Spectral, having a few issues. Mihawk on that Clockwork, having no issues at all, just being down here farming with that Flare, 120 damage. He should be able to get a few last hits with that. Meanwhile, Pinks do come around, nice little tactical pause, or tactical DC if you want to call it that way. Coming out from Weaver, letting his team see that, hey, Crystal Maiden's out here pulling, we can possibly go in and kill her or something. And I don't know if they have the damage necessary. Earthshaker has another fissure in 7 seconds, so he just used it 8 seconds ago. Region Rune is up top. And they're pinging. Looks like they want to go for the kill on top of Crystal Maiden. Or maybe that's a revenge pinging on their own allies. Saying, hey, we need to back, we need to back. This is a dangerous spot, we need to back. Can't tell. So while we wait, let's go and take a look at these items that we have. Yeah, iron branches everywhere. GG branches for everybody because these guys want to win this game so hard. I want to say there are more GG branches on the side of UG. Yep, there are more GG branches, so they should win this game. Yeah, Crystal Maiden might be a little bit of trouble. Earthshaker has a stun in 4 seconds. Will he be able to get it? Yes, he will be able to get it in 2 seconds, 1 second. Crystal Maiden, you just might be going down here very soon. There comes Ancient Person throughout the frost thing. Earthshaker looking for a stun, not going to be able to find the right spot. Trying to see if he can find the Crystal Maiden. Crystal Maiden does get found. She's on the other side of the fissure though. Throws out the frostbite. Level death can come from Doombringer. Actually, no, Doombringer doesn't have a level death. Nice little leash coming up from Trim Protect. Keeping Crystal Maiden alive. He has no armor for Crystal Maiden to throw on top of her. She's about to be going out. Crystal Maiden does. Trim Protector does get the kill on top of a Doombringer, but they do lose a Drow as well. They might be able to get a kill on top of Earthshaker too, but Earthshaker has a stun up, so this will be a dead Trim Protector if he doesn't decide to go a little bit too far away. He is going to go ahead and keep on going for a chase. Earthshaker stun does fly through. And Tree should be nice and healthy. He has a living armor as well. He can continue the dive if he wants to. Ancient Person plus Earthshaker are in a lot of trouble. They will be able to make it out. So the base and the treble do make it out of the nuke. Meanwhile, Crystal Maiden just gonna go ahead and just say, hey bro, I almost died, but who really cares? I'm gonna go do some frostbite jungling and die to a neutral. 9 HP, really, Crystal Maiden? Live life on the edge, aren't you? 9 HP left, guys. 9 freaking HP. If she would have died, it would have been a sad thing. Meanwhile, down bottom, Clockwork and Weaver are having a fun old time. Clockwork did throw on a Sentry Ward. Just so you can know where Weaver was, or if anybody was rotating through, he might find a Shadow Fiend here soon. Actually, no, it looks like Top will find a nice little puck visitor here. Or a nice little puck in a visitor. Yeah, get it? Puckin'. Anyway. Derail might be able to do something with that. He might be able to go for kill on top of Shadow Fiend, I don't really know. But we've got the Peas coming on top of Weaver. Weaver getting a little bit too big for his britches. Crystal Maiden going to show up and freeze him in his own place. Give him the cold foot. Or give him the cold shoulder. I don't think Weaver's going to be playing that far forward, though. He did pop himself a healing salve. So he does know something's going to happen very soon, or he doesn't want to be that low before it happens. Meanwhile, up top, we got Drowned in a little bit of trouble. She did get hit with the fissure from Earthshaker from the side. Not enough damage to actually kill her, but not a lot of damage to actually make her time a little bit less comfortable. Clockwork looking for the power cogs. Not going to be able to get him in time. Sad about that. But if he was able to get it, if Crystal Maiden was level, she is level 3. If she did have another point inside that frostbite, they might have been able to get those power cogs off the top of Weaver. But hey guys, hindsight's 2020. What do you know? So up top, we got these guys just, you know, farming. Drow Ranger actually losing this last hit battle versus Doombringer. You can see Doombringer has a whole entire 22 last hits and Drow only has 18. That's mainly because this fissure coming out from Ghost to Ray King, it's ridiculous. It's forcing her back so far away. He's zoning her the crap out because he just has so much to deal with her. You know, Earthshaker looking for a stun. Will he be able to find it? He does find a stun on top of Crystal Maiden. Once again, Doombringer on the wrong side. And these guys are going to go for the dive. The armor does get taken off. Living armor does get taken off by Trim Protector. Now these guys looks like they're going to be going in. Drow might be losing her life here very soon. Doombringer getting a lot of regen. Drow going to get one more right click. Actually, no, Doombringer not going to be able to get it. And we got Shadow Fiend showing up from the middle of nowhere saying, bro, get away from my allies. I got this, bros. Get himself a double kill. And he also gets Sabata coming to him. So some really nice plays coming out from Shadow Fiend. He also has power cuts too. And there's Shadow
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Shadow Fiend just going a little bit ham. Just saying, Rosh, Blosh, 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 Blosh. I don't know what he said, but it sounded cool. Derail. Looks like he didn't call that missing call, like his team needed him to. Shadow Fiend just smashed on the Shadow Fiend, just came up top and smashed them all down. Crystal Maiden actually might be going down here very soon. Doombringer does have a level of death. No, he doesn't. He has himself a nice little bit of pure damage though, or magical damage. It won't be enough to kill Crystal Maiden, especially if she's not. Oh man, no, this will be enough. Crystal Maiden is going to be getting burned to death. Doombringer just goes and throws it out. That is a dead Crystal Maiden. And a living armor. I think the living armor came through. but it wasn't in time. The first tick did not hit fast enough, and she did not get the damage block that she needed to stay alive. Meanwhile, in the jungle, Shadowfiend gonna go ahead and kill himself a stack of creeps, give himself some free souls. 32 souls, I think he's maxed out at 36. So 4 more souls left before he collects his full chunk of damage. Which actually, that damage is comparable to, I think, I want to say is like more than Phase Boots. Let's see. Yeah, more than Phase Boots. 12 more than Phase Boots. So it's like Phase Boots plus, would it be... Nope, Broadsword is too much. A nice chunk of damage, that's all you guys really need to know. A nice chunk of damage coming out from that Necromaster, really, really worth it. Meanwhile, down bottom, we got Weaver. Just gonna go ahead and shoot Clockwork away, while Clockwork throws out a flare. And the rotations on the map, no rotations happening just yet. I mean, we got a slight rotation coming up from Earthshaker. These guys want to kill a Shadowfiend, and Shadowfiend's actually gonna go down bottom and find the rune. It's a region rune of all things. He's gonna wait for his bottom to come to him though.
Rock it on.
And probably use those charges and collect the stuff. I think we've watched Smash do this last time around. But he is gonna go ahead and use his bottle charges. The courier's here. Actually no, the rune got denied, or it got picked up by Clock because Clock needed it. Meanwhile, top Jar Ranger doing a nice little chunk of damage to Doombringer. Luckily, Doombringer has 1 armor though, guys, so he should be fine. He should be fine. He has 1 armor.
Dire's middle
Pinks do
tower
come on
is
the map.
under
I don't know if
fire.
they saw the courier or if they saw something. Don't really know, but we got Earthshaker and Puck showing up in the jungle. Shadowfiend did run away in time, and he did notify the Crystal Man that, hey bro, you might want to leave your house because we got the landlords coming in soon. They want to see a nice clean house and nobody alive inside of it. Or else they'll kill themselves. Yeah, Doombringer almost level 6. Once he has his ulti, I think he might be able to do something. We got a stun coming out from, nope, never mind. That was Earthshaker. Ancient Emperor is around the corner though. He does have a lot of points in Vortex, a lot of points inside of his Chilling Touch. So I don't really know if it'll be much. Oh man, we got Crystal Man to get himself a nice little frost on top, frostbite on top of Ancient Emperor. Ancient Emperor try to TP out. Clockwork rappels in a little bit too fast. And it looks like Ancient Emperor for the cost of keeping Doombringer alive, I do think it's worth it. At the end of the day, UG did lose somebody and they didn't claim anybody. So I guess it's not really worth it. They did lose something at the end of the day. But it could have been a lot worse. They could have also lost the Doombringer, which would have been horrible. Spectral on that Weaver down bottom, just continuing to farm all by his lonesome. Nobody's bothering him, so why not just keep pushing the lane? He also has
Radiant's middle tower may need a hand.
He's not going to throw it out.
Dire's bottom tower is in turmoil. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Oh, wait,
Radiant structures have been secured.
Anyway, meanwhile mid, we got Shadowfiend just wailing on his tower. Tower
Radiant's
taking a nice little chunk of damage. Nobody's
safe.
rotating in to defend, so it looks like his tower will be going down for nothing. The Radiant are up top, trying to push his lane. They have 4 people up top in a nice little
Radiant's
spot.
middle
Region top by
tower is
Clockwork. He
under
found the
attack.
Invis room too. He just might be able to kill the Weaver if he got there in time.
Dire's top tower is not on
So
top
the
of
Invis room will be
things.
saved for the Invis room will be saved for a Shadowfiend instead. Meanwhile, Earthshaker does show up mid to defend his
Dire's
tower, but
top
it did lose
tower
a nice
is under
hefty
attack.
amount of damage. Jar Ranger's level 6, so she's going to be doing a nice little chunk of damage to it as well. And she's going to randomize. Actually, she gets caught up by Puck. Not the best thing to want to happen to
Radiant's
Jar Ranger.
middle
Jar Ranger's not going to be able to do
tower
anything
may
but stand
need a
there and die. Her randomize will be delayed. Luckily, she did buy the hand already.
Took that shape too far.
Jeez, where is it? Where is it? Don't let me see. Why you not let me see?
Dire's top tower isn't well at the moment.
Jeez, there you go. She already bought that Glove of Haste. So she won't be losing too terribly much, and it will technically be off cooldown. Shadowfiend did go for Handamitis as well, so this looks like we got some Handamitis Dota going on. Revenge trying to go for the late game, and UG now have a clock. They're fighting against a clock. They need to make sure Weaver gets the farm that he needs to actually become a big deal. They need to make sure that Doombringer has enough farm to stay alive in these fights, because they really do need Doombringer to stay alive, so Weaver can do his damage. And they also got to make sure that they farm fast enough to where Shadowfiend doesn't get his big items and Jar Ranger don't get her big items. Because once a Shadow Blade and a crit comes up on, I mean, if not just Jar Ranger, but both of them, then I think that might be might be an uphill battle for UG to fight against, because they have people who get picked off very easily in the form of a Weaver, Puck, and also an ancient version. Although Puck does have the evasion. And speaking of evasion, how close is Puck to a Blink Dagger? The answer to that, guys, is no, not that very close. So we're gonna pause once again happening. DC from Weaver. Spectral not having the best of internet connections, and boy have I been there. Just talking about this whole entire last week. It's been a very hectic week, up and down all day, or well, not all day long, but up and down as far as the internet connection goes. And oh my gosh, so many times I just want to flip my computer over and throw out the window in that order. Like, you know, flip it over and then take the time to put it back on its feet, put it back up all nice, and then take it and shove it out the window. Which is like, I don't know, 20 feet away from me. Is that 20 feet? It's about 20 feet. Nah, 20 feet's not that far, is it? I don't know, what is this room? I think this room's like 15 by 20. Nah, I don't know, I have to measure it. I haven't measured this room in so long. Because I don't measure my room every day, guys. But I used to be in a drafting class. And drafting, for those who don't know, just a nice little life lesson. Drafting is a really fun class. I do recommend everybody take it. The drafting that I took was, I guess there's other versions of drafting, like machine drafting and all this stuff, but we did like interior home design drafting? Or actually no, it wasn't that. We just did drafting of houses and floor plans and stuff. And we got to design houses, and I designed a house that was awesome. It was basically based off of my house, but things moved in a little bit more convenient locations. Had an upstairs and everything. I built a model, guys. I built a freaking model house out of what, poster board, some paint samples, and also X-Acto knife and a cutting board. It was like the most funnest thing ever. After the fact, because you guys all know that CulBlu, being the lazy person that he is, decided to wait until the last 3 days to actually start working on the actual project, which sucks. I mean, it looked beautiful, it looked gorgeous, it looked like I worked on the thing for weeks, but geez, was that a painful last 2 days. Like, my parents were literally about to kill me. Like, they had their hands at my throat, and they had a knife in the other hand and about to stab me through the eye. Because it was like, why didn't you do this like 4 freaking months ago? Because we had all year to do it. So yeah, there's CulBlu for you guys. Laziness never fails, but he does get things done. Don't forget that. Anyway, enough about these life stories. Another story that I'll talk about. Actually, let's see. Okay, sorry, I didn't mean to do that. I'm gonna see if Smoke is online, because if he is, it'll be awesome. Come on, you jerk, answer. Alright, once I can get Smoke on, if he does. Okay, he's obviously offline on Steam, so I don't know. He's offline on Steam, but he's online on... Oh, okay. Alright, calling Smoith. Smoith!
What's going on?
I am casting a game, Revenge vs. UG, and there's a long pause. So I decided, hey, why not just call Smoith?
Okay. Do you want me in the game or?
No. I'm casting from I'm casting in Dota TV, not from Dota TV, and I'm actually casting from an unassigned spot, so they can't hear me anyway.
Who can't hear you?
The people who are watching in Dota TV, or people who are watching on Dota TV. But the people who are watching this video, because I am recording, uploading to YouTube, they can hear your voice and stuff. They're listening. And Smoith, I want to ask you a question.
All right.
Okay, can you tell us one brief story, like, you know, within 2 minutes? Of
Yes, I can.
Where you procrastinated, but you got the thing done at the end of the day, but it was like a big pain.
Oh, so long story short, from a project, I stayed up for I think 15 hours working on a draft of one of my of this project. And at the end of that 15 hours, I handed in that copy, and it came back, and he said I nailed it. Best sleep of my life.
Don't you just hate that though? It's like you spend so much time procrastinating, and then you get to the last moment, you do it, and you get like an A++.
That almost never happens to me though. Don't procrastinate, kids. If you do, oh man, I have a really good story.
Okay, hurry up. We've just joined in. The last person who was out. The reason why we paused.
Okay, long story short, I saved the girl in need today.
Wait, no. Tell us the story. Okay, go in detail.
Okay, girl was in a wheelchair in one of my classes. She started muscle spasming. Me and this guy helped her out while her teacher sat staring, like, with googly eyes and not doing shit. Anyway, she called the paramedics, and so we, like, took care of this girl until the paramedics came. I know I'm going into the right field, basically.
Oh, Smurf.
That whole other motherfucking class of like, I don't know, 100 people, nobody else stood up. Just me and this one other guy. I don't understand. Like, you fuckers want to go to med school and you're not willing to like do your fucking job?
Yeah, okay, Smurf.
Okay, I'm mad, sorry.
I noticed after the first one. But yeah.
Alright.
Alright, so the game's starting up again. Smurf, thank you for joining us and telling the beautiful story, and then the story of people not doing things.
Yeah.
And
alright, CulBlu.
I'll see you a little bit later, man.
Have fun casting.
Okay, you have fun doing whatever you're doing.
Yeah.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Alright, that was awesome. Gotta love you, Smurf. Shout out to Smurf once again. Awesome, as always. But yeah, the game's starting back up. I think we saw Weaver take a lot of damage. He was running away from somebody, but he made it out alive, so he's fine. I think he's running from a shadow. Meanwhile, the top tower is in the wrong end of business, as you heard the old man say. It was getting healed up from the living armor coming off from True Protector, but it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough to keep these guys away. They're going to be forced to top the fortify. The Dire are in no position to defend this tower. They're going to be trying to pick out this Weaver, though. And the question is, do they have detection? The answer is probably not. No detection from Weaver. So they just lost their top tower for really nothing. They did claim a bottom tower, though. So I guess
Dire's top tower was
I guess they traded. They traded a bottom tower for a top tower, and also the potential kill on top of Weaver. So all in all, I mean, the Dire, they've only lost one tower, whereas the Radiant have lost 2 towers, so the Dire should be up in that aspect. If you look at the goal graph, though, it does show it's in favor of the Radiant for a little bit, just by a little bit. And I want to say that's the hand of Midas is pulling back towards revenge on the Dire side. But I actually know how that does make sense. We got Doom getting picked off, and that should be a dead Doom, and that is a dead Doom, and that should be a 0 on the goal graph now. Check out the Radiant. Were the Radiant leading in farm? That's a good question. Yes. The answer is yes. Weaver does have a lot of farm on his persons, and he has not. Excuse me. He has not died. He also has not been involved in any kills. So no extra gold going his way either. And Doombringer has a drum. Yay, drum of endurance. Alright, Doombringer has a drum. Means he has more move speed, and also he has a headdress, so he's working on the mechanism for his team. And one of Doombringer's biggest issues of all things is the fact that he doesn't have a lot of armor. So a mechanism does give you armor. I think it gives you like 5 armor. If I'm not mistaken, maybe it gives you 6. I don't know. We'll see here very soon. See, it gives you 5 bonus armor. So it's really nice to have that armor on top of Doom because he has crap for armor. You see he's level 7. He only has 3 armor right now. And I think all that's coming from agility. At least one of that armor that he's getting is coming from agility. His base stats are probably getting maybe 2. And the reason why I say that, for all those who don't know, for every 7 armor or for every 7 agility you have, you get 1 armor. And as you see, he has 9 armor coming out from Jump of Endurance. So he's getting 1 armor from that, and his armor or his agility right now. Oh, there you go. Every 7 points increases armor by 1. Boom. So it should be 24. So he has more than 24 anyway. We got H Empress ulti going to fly on down bottom just to make Drow a little bit uncomfortable. She's going to be running on back a little bit, losing a lot of HP very fast. And she gets healed up by True Protector. Gets a little bit damage block too. That's really nice for her. And she should be fine. Benji's is almost full health now. Shows you 1, how much living armor heals, and also 2, how little HP Drow Ranger actually has. So both sides playing Dota 2 Farming Simulator. They're going to go ahead and collect their gold while they can before anything too big happens. Puck, still no Blink Dagger, and this is, I think, the longest time I've seen a Puck without a Blink Dagger who is intending on building a Blink Dagger. Meanwhile, top Smash going to take a lot of damage. The Beetles do come from Weaver. They do miss the Shadow Fiend just barely. He's going to go ahead and TP out, because what are you going to do? Nothing. That's right, guys. Nothing. Pinks do come in the jungle. They see the Crystal Maiden. They will be rotating it. Oh my gosh, they're going to kill this Crystal Maiden. It's not going to be the best of times for her. She's like a stun for Earthshaker. Puck comes forward as well. Silences the Crystal Maiden. The poor thing is going to be going down here very soon. Dream Coil gets dropped in as well. So much hate. No respect at all. Crystal Maiden is dead, you guys. She is level 6, but she had no ulti. And I think even if she would have popped the ulti, it would have got stopped immediately. Meanwhile, I think Ancient Person's ulti just flew. No, a flare. Flare from Clockwork just flew through. Doing a little bit of damage. And now we got Drowned to TP into the mid lane, but looks like they're going to go for something. We got Drowned getting stunned up by Earthshaker. Ulti coming from Ancient Person does explode the Clockwork. Doombringer ulti did fall on top of Shadow Fiend. Right clicks is all they really need to kill the Doombringer, but he's getting a lot of regen. Beautiful ulti coming from True and Protector on the backside. Trying to go for the kill on top of Doom, but Doom has way too much regen. A lot of damage coming towards these guys. They really want this Doombringer. He does finally go down. I don't know if he popped a mech, but if he did, it would have been a really nice game. He did not have one. True Protector going to go ahead and pop himself a living armor, goes invisible, dies in the process of going invisible. And now the fight's going to continue on the backside. Crystal Maiden comes in, trying to get some revenge, does go down, double kill for Drow, double kill for Crystal Maiden, and, excuse me, and now Drow's in a little bit of trouble. She's going to try to run away, and actually Shadow Fiend getting the ulti off from the backside, going to get a nice Requiem on top of Earthshaker. Earthshaker gets silenced up by Drow. The Gust is beautiful, guys, I told you. Gust is a really good ability to have. The range on it is extremely good. Gives you a whole entire, what, I don't really know how much range it gives you, but it's a really nice thing to have for Drow. It's a really big improvement over her normal silence, and also it lasts for just as long, which is annoying as crap. So you have a 6-second silence and a giant AoE. You can just pretty much wreck these fights. It's like Drow is the counter Puck. She can counter initiate Puck if Puck misses her silence, because Puck silence is AoE and it doesn't do anything like a knockback or anything like that. But technically it's off. Alright, so taking another look at these items, because Weaver recently picked himself up a Hand of Midas. Doombringer has his mechanism fully purchased up. Blink Dagger's up on Puck. Hand of Midas, like I said before, is up on Weaver, so he's going to be, oh man, we got Puck going all in on top of Crystal Maiden. Once again, no respect at all for Crystal Maiden, getting whatever pickoff she can. I do not like, I gotta admit, I do not like this reckless use of this Dream Call from Puck, because this is a very important ability. But with that said, killing Crystal Maiden means you don't have to worry about Frostbite, you don't have to worry about Crystal Maiden ults, you also don't have to worry about the Novas. And I think those are the three things that make Crystal Maiden very dangerous. I mean, that's kind of all her abilities. That makes sense that those three things do make her dangerous. But the point I'm trying to get at is that killing Crystal Maiden is going to be really well worth it. Meanwhile, Derail going to go ahead and dodge himself a nice right click from Shadow Fiend and pick up an illusion rune, or pick up a regen rune. TP did come top from Spectral on that Weaver. Going to go ahead and continue to push this lane on back. Working on what looks to be a Lincoln Sphere. He has enough gold for Ultimate Orb and 100 gold, so like 2 more creeps. There we go. Now he has enough gold for his Ultimate Orb, and he'll be able to pick up from his side shop. Because you can buy Ultimate Orbs from his side shop, guys. See right there, boom. Now the only thing he's missing is a TP scroll or Boots of Travel. But I guess that shouldn't really matter all that much. Jar Ranger coming up top, she has that Gust ready. Meanwhile, we got Earthshaker getting himself a kill on top of Train Protector down bottom. But Jar Ranger up top, she should be able to kill his Weaver if she gets a Gust off in the right spot. I don't know if she'll be able to get close enough to him. And she actually bought a Blink Dagger of all things. Blink Dagger Jar Ranger, guys, next level Dota. Binges saying, bro, I am the new meta. But if Jar Ranger blinks forward, gets sound stuff of Weaver, she might be able to get enough to kill him. Looks like Jar Ranger has something coming to her. That's a Mask of Madness. Oh my gosh. Can you say pub style Dota, guys? I mean, we got a nice little initiation on top of Earthshaker. Earthshaker gonna get caught in. He's gonna be going down. Clockwork, he uses Raffle. It looks like he did just to find that Earthshaker. Shadow Fiend popped his BKB too. A very premature BKB. A very bad thing to happen because that is a 10-second BKB. Dropped down to 9 seconds now. And now it's middle tower is under fire. Jar Ranger coming forward. Will she be able to find her target? The answer is probably yes. She comes forward, throws out a nice little frost on top of Doom. Doom does get silenced up, but he does get the orange carpet off in time. So not going to be enough. Ancient Person's ulti flying through, going to hit everybody, and so who's within this AoE, and Drow is also is within it. Meanwhile, Rashawn's going to be getting punched in the face a few times.
Players here.
Force Staff is up on Clockwork. And the Beetles do fly from Weaver, and they do scout out the Clockwork and the Crystal Maiden too. They could try to initiate on that if they want to. Earthshaker, his Blink Dagger is intact. His ulti is not intact though, so he won't be able to do anything with that. Some D-War Dota getting done. And Jumper's ulti is ready to go. At the tip of a whelm. I think I just heard a basket match from Drow. Yep.
Dire's middle tower is in the wrong end of business.
And Bench is just going for full-on retard, going full-on damage. No Manta style, no nothing, just going for right-click speed. Attack speed, right. Just gonna go ahead and push this. Meanwhile, we got the Radiant knocking on the door of the Dire. They're gonna say, hey bros, can we come in? The Dire are gonna say no. Ancient Bridge ult is gonna fly, gonna catch the Clockwork. That's really about it. So I guess it's a bad Ancient Bridge ulti, especially since it's not gonna be doing much. Meanwhile, Drow, Benches on that Drow did a good job of pushing that bottom lane in, forcing the Radiant to respond to it, or just watch their tower die. But Weaver does have a haste, and it does run out. And Benches on the Drow. Gonna TP on mid, help her team kill whatever's showing up. Force Staff, I heard a Force Staff. I think Clockwork looking for his target, does not find a target. Just barely off. He also had 10 1 charges, so he would have been on Rappelin with enough mana to do something. And while Pink's coming on both sides, Puck blinks forward, catches an ulti on top of Drow, not what you want to have happen. Drow will be going down. This will be a dead Drow. So many ultis getting focused on top of Drow Ranger, but it is well worth it. That is a Drow Ranger who can no longer do anything to harm you anymore. Crystal Maiden gets forced that forward by Clockwork, killing the beetle on her foot. The Dream Protect actually goes invisible. I'm trying to see if he can find something. He will be able to find. Oh man, Blink Dagger coming out from Puck. Nice blink inside of everything. Doombringer ulti, not going to be falling through, but a nice little Dream Protector ulti keeping everybody inside. The same spot. Now Dream Protector gets scouted out. The Central War did get placed down. No, it was wrong. Central War wrong side. Shadow Fiend ulti did fly through. Didn't really do too terribly much. He's going to go ahead and pop that BKB, go for some right clicks, eats himself a stun. I don't know if he'll be able to make us on a lot because Puck does have the chasing power necessary to get the kill on top of it, but it looks like they will be disengaging the fight and claiming the tower instead.
Dire's middle tower is in the wrong end of
business. Bridge ulti meanwhile is going to fly.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
A little bit too keen for that. Because ain't nobody got time for that, as you can say. And Blink Dagger Drow. I would have to say, guys, Blink Dagger Drow, not my highest of recommendations at all. And the Beatles once again coming on through. Ancient Bridge ulti from the fly as well. Not going to catch anybody. Looks like they did back out in time. Clockwork Grapple did fly. I don't think he caught anybody, but he did catch somebody inside his cars. Going to catch an Earthshaker. Earthshaker taking a lot of damage. He will be going down. Smash, claim himself a kill, smashing Earthshaker back into the ground, making him return to the earth and the lungs. Meanwhile, Rashawn going to continue to get done by Drow Ranger Crystal Maiden. Puck going with that illusion of her. She can drop it if she wants to. Rashawn a little bit too much HP. Looks like they're not going to be able to get it. Going to be forced to back through. Meanwhile, the Radiant are going to try to show up, see if they can catch Roshan themselves. The Beatles will be flying through. I don't know if he'll fly far enough to catch the Drow, and it does not fly far enough to catch the Drow. But they did see the Crystal Maiden, and they're going to blink forward, catch the ulti on top of Crystal Maiden once again, and the pulse comes through from Dream Protector, second comes from him, and Drow Ranger's on the right side to run away. She's on the right side to run away. Her Blink Dagger's intact. She can actually try to claim this last one and then blink out, but I think it would be best if she just blunked away. But yeah, AA having some issues. A pause needed to make sure that he got the time necessary. Got the time necessary for his team to say, hey bro, prop your ult or something. Shadow Fiend smash on the Shadow Fiend is on the backside. I don't know if the Radiant know that he's here, but he is going to be coming through. He is going to be coming through, and he will be in a good position, especially since his ulti is off cooldown in 5 seconds, and his BKB is off cooldown right now. So he will be able to go in and do a little bit of damage, and then maybe get his Requiem off, and possibly kill everybody. But the question is, will it be enough? Because these guys are well split out. are spread out, and they just lost to Crystal Maiden on the side of Revenge, and she has no ulti anyway, so it wouldn't really matter all that much. Dramager, I think she's in a very bad spot. If these guys do continue to rotate over towards her direction, she will be losing her life very quick and very fast. Clockwork's Rappel is on cooldown right now. Clockwork Rappel is on cooldown. It's not going to be all that great at all. So I mean, it's a very tough call to say who's going to win this fight. If UG do decide to try to go for Roche, I think they will lose the fight. Mainly because Earthshaker's already down. They don't have that control that they have from him. And it's going to take him a long time to actually rotate up here. Although by the time Earthshaker does finally rotate up here, like he'll be like right about there, he should be able to get in there in time to do enough to maybe pick off like a Clockwork or a Drowner who are low, or maybe the Stragglers. And while we wait this time around, let's go and take a look at the items, because Earthshaker has a very interesting item pickup. He has that Shadow Amulet, which means he's going to be going for a Shadow Blade. And a Shadow Blade Earthshaker, fun stuff. You can get some nice positioning for your ulti, for your stun. He has a Blink Dagger Shadow Blade, so he can blink in, pop his ult, pop his stun, pop his other stun, or pop his Aftershock, or not Aftershock. He can blink in, pop his ulti, pop his Aftershock, then pop his Fissure, and then maybe pop another pop his Enchanted Totem, then pop another Enchanted Totem afterwards. And then Shadow Blade out before anything too bad happens. I don't think the Dire will be carrying any dust right now. But it looks like they might be carrying dust here very soon, because Weaver, there is a Weaver, he does have invisibility. And you do want to make sure you can pick him off, or at least follow him enough to get enough damage to kill him. Weaver, that is. So Shadow Blade might come back to bite Earthshaker in the butt, or maybe a bolt. We'll see here very soon. But as we continue to wait, we see that the Yasha is up on Shadow Fiend. And we also see that the Force Staff is up on Clockwork, like I said before. So Clockwork can do some really cool things with that. He can save his ally's life. He can actually pop Cogs and then Force Staff himself out and force somebody to stay all by themselves. So he won't be too vulnerable whenever he pops his power Cogs. Trinity Protect is working on a Hood of Defiance. And that hood gonna help him resist a lot of the damage coming out from Ancient Apparition, Puck, and to a certain extent Doombringer. And actually Earthshaker, a lot of his damage too. One protector from the CC though, for the crowd control. And we got pings getting dropped everywhere, every kind of which way. Clockwork's on the backside. His Rappel, like I said, is on cooldown, which is not a really good thing. And he's only level 9, so that range is actually not as high as it could potentially be. But 3,000 range is ridiculous though. That's all I'm gonna say. So ETA 2 minutes before we start once again. And let me see if I can get another guest. Let's see. Yeah, they're casting, busy. Nope, not really anybody. Everybody's just hanging out or not here. Or casting already. And we got somebody disconnected from the game. Gamer Studio Nina Hannibal. Okay. Hopefully they reconnect soon. Now, hopefully this game gets started here very soon. But while we wait, let's look at the map and see what's going on. We see scribbles. Yay, fireworks. Fireworks everywhere. Okay, cool. Alright, so since we have some more downtime, I guess I can tell you guys another story of my week. This is a continuation of the last cast. If you guys didn't catch that one, don't worry about it. Nothing too Taylor Borden, just me complaining, B-wording and moaning about my life and stuff. But yeah, so, snow days. We had snow days, and I've been thrown off ever since. But it's a little bit worse than that, guys. It's a little bit worse than that. Because there have been days where I pretty much have, like, went to school and done my work and stuff, and then come home, and I played, like, 1 game of Dota, then 2 games of Dota, and then, like, 5 games of Dota later. I'm like, oh crap, I gotta finish this homework. So I stop for, like, 2 hours, finish my homework and stuff, and get it done. And then I go back to play Dota, and when I'm playing this one, the internet cuts off. I'm like, no! internet. I'm just like freaking out, flipping out all kinds of places. Like, I'm in the middle of a game, had the best game of my life, and then my Dota cuts out, or my internet cuts out. So yeah, all that stuff happened. It was very saddening. So anyway, that said, there's also another thing too. What was it? Right. I totally got put in low priority queue, guys. I know, right? CulBlu in low priority queue? What is going on here? So some craziness happened. Basically, I had too many DCs. My internet has been unstable as explicit word for the past few days, and I've had a lot of issues where I'm sitting there playing a game perfectly fine on my makeshift internet connection for now, because my access point, because I'm connecting through wireless, and my house, because I don't control my network, I just gotta go with whatever I'm given. And what I'm getting is an access point to connect to another access point, and that way I can connect to the internet or a network inside our house, and I can connect to the internet, and blah, it goes. So no Ethernet connection for me, guys. No directly connected to the wall stuff. I got wireless. Oh yeah. So anyway, the access point that I had on my end died, and then we got a replacement, or replaced it with another one that my stepfather had in the house, because he's the one who controls the network. And I used it, and it was good for like, you know, maybe a week or two, and then it died as well. So I had 2 dead access points, no internet connection. And CulBlu was like, oh no, that's not about to go down. I can't have that happen to me. In that expressed language, you know, those exact words. So what I did was, I had my stepfather give me a switch, which for all who don't know, switches are things that you use to connect 2 devices together so they can communicate and blah. It's networking stuff. So I have a switch, and I have my computer connected to one port on the switch, and I have my laptop connected to another port on the switch through the Ethernet connection. So my laptop is connected to my computer through a switch, which is cool, because that means I get to go play with my networking knowledge and stuff. So what's happening now is my computer is using the internet connection on my laptop, which is a wireless connection. So my laptop is connected to the wireless in my house, which is connected to my computer now. So I'm technically still connected to the wireless, which is kind of funny. It's actually really funny too, because my computer doesn't have a wireless card, which is why I had to connect through the switch and stuff to get the wireless connection or the connection. Anyway, all that is said and done. The game's about to start here very soon. We got sounds going through from Jarvis. So they're gonna go for the fight. Chris Mann, it does go down. Jarvis does blink out in time. Pops that tornado stick. Keep yourself alive. Now we got the fight is going to happen. Clockwork popping the power cards, popping that battery assault, making sure that nobody flies and kills this Chris Mann without him walking out under attack. That's really about it. So Chris Mann died, and everybody disengaged the fight. That's what happens when you have a tactical pause. You get to think it out. You don't get to go, oh, let's go for the fight now. You get to assess the situation, figure it out, discuss it amongst your allies, and oh, look, a squirrel. Look, a squirrel. Anyway, as soon as I say that, is there another squirrel? Look at it. The squirrel's hopping around, looks so happy. Come on, squirrel, come out.
Radiant's top tower needs bandages.
Maybe I can find another squirrel. Ooh, another squirrel.
Radiant's top tower is gone.
I apologize. Anyway, Roshan's gonna get beat up here very soon. He's gonna get beat up here, taking a bunch of damage. Chris Mann and Frost Nova does scout it out. I don't know if she'll be able to do anything. The Aegis does go to Weaver.
Radiant's top
so he's
tower
gonna be
is under
a heck
attack.
of a target to kill. And Doombringer looks like he's gonna be the next juiciest target.
Radiant's top tower is getting walloped.
Like I said, it gives him that armor, gives us a nice regen, and it also gives him that burst heal. So he's essentially an additional 250 HP for himself and all his
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
And alright, more armor. Okay.
Radiant's top tower is getting walloped.
Meanwhile, Radiant's top tower is getting walloped, as the old man says. Another wave of creeps are coming in. I think this will push back to the tower. Just in time for the next wave to push in too. We got Jarvis, she's over here, she could push this lane if she wants, and looks like she will be doing that. Her TP's on cooldown for another 20 seconds, so she can't really help this bottom lane out. And the bottom tower looks like it will be going down. Jumper's ulti flying through. It will catch the Clockwork.
Secured their structures.
And Clockwork just eats that damage and just deals with it. Meanwhile, Jarvis is going to continue to push.
Bottom tower is on its way further
she
down.
did go for that Yasha,
Bottom
so she will be going
tower
for
had
a Mantis Tower at the end of the day. She did go for
Radiant's top tower needs bandages.
For the Mask of Madness. She did go for the Mask of Madness to help her with that right-click speed and what, 144 gold? Don't really know what they're saying. But anyway, that brings up a good point. Let's go and take a look at this net worth so we can see who's worth the most on the map. And surprise, surprise, guys, it's Shadow Fiend. Oh yeah, Shadow Fiend is worth the most on the map. He has a Sanjiashi. He also has a he also has a Black King bar. Heaven's Halberd could be purchased out after he disassembles the Sanjiashi and then a Manta style. So I really do like the Sanjiashi build coming out from Shadow Fiend. Although it's not doing much for him now because he's dead. It is a really nice item pickup. It does have a nice transition path. And also, it allows Shadow Fiend to get a greater main. I think you get greater. Yeah, it allows him to get a greater main for the time being until he gets his ultimate orb plus the rest of his stuff for his Manta style.
Dire's
And
bottom
the greater main
tower
is really
is in
nice because it makes sure that
turmoil.
Shadow Fiend can just keep wailing on you. Because that whole entire 32% slope is ridiculous crap. Go to tower again, ping. Clockwork 4-staffs himself out, doesn't want to go down. Train Protector does heal him up a little bit, and it looks like the top lane is going to get pushed again. Drow is here. She has protection in the form of a Train Protector. Perfect. Train Protector, protecting the Drow. Makes sense, seems legit. Train Protector, not going to be able to help Drow out too much. He's going to go ahead and TP out. Excuse me, the beetles get thrown. And now Tree goes invis. Will not be able to see a Clockwork in time. Actually, no, he will be able to see a Clockwork. The Raiden don't really know where everybody else is, so they don't want to get too terribly far. Tree is invisible. He is hiding. And he's going to go ahead and run away. As trees do. That's what trees do. When they see danger, they leave. Ha! Get it? Get it? The trees, they see danger, they leave? I know, guys. I'm too good at this. And my Jarge are going to be going for that Sanjiashi as well, just like the Shadow Fiend. No BKB on her just yet, but the Sanjiashi can, like I said, transition into a Manta style, and then a Heaven's Halberd afterwards for the evasion, and then a Butterfly too. But it looks like they're going to go ahead and the Shadow Fiend,
the
Sanjiashi bros, or Sanjiashi siblings.
Radiant's bottom tower
I'm going to
has
go ahead and seize this bottom tower. TP is
guests.
coming out immediately.
Dire's
Jarge
top tower has fallen.
can take her time. And just go ahead and continue to do things. Oh my gosh, we got Pug blinking to the worst spot possible. She does have a Haystrom. And she does blink out in time. Central Ward does get placed down, so nobody can really sneak up on anybody. We got BKB getting popped by Shadow Fiend. He's going to go all in. Earthshake is going to immediately die. Meanwhile, we got Shadow Fiend getting the ulti up. Going to go ahead and cancel it. Doesn't want to go ahead and waste it. Now we got Shadow Fiend getting himself a... Nope, nothing. Clockwork rappels. He rappels to Weaver, and Weaver does pop that ulti just to get in the backside. He needs to be careful. Ulti comes out for Train Protector. Now Weaver's in a lot of trouble. He's selling stuff. He's going to be going down. He has an Aegis stuff, so he's ready for the fight. I don't really know if it's going to be the best of fights, though, because his allies are already down. Earthshaker will be up in 26 seconds, but not going to be enough. Ancient version ulti should be flying in here very soon. Maybe if it's up. Actually, he doesn't have enough mana for it. It does fly. It does catch the Shadow Fiend. The Shadow Fiend does finally go down. Weaver able to kill him on top of that one. And now we got Train Protector. He does get revealed. His Nature's Guys did run out. He will not be able to have anything. He does get doomed up by Doombringer, but he is invisible. Actually, no, he's not invisible. He can't go invisible. He's going to take a bunch of damage. He will be going down. Poor Train Protector burned to death in the circle of fire. And people get prizes for witnessing all these kills, guys, and this is madness. This game is madness so far. Look at all this action. Of course, the action does counterbalance, or is counterbalanced by all the pauses. But still, guys, Blink Dagger, Mask of Madness, Jarge. I mean, come on. What more could you want? There's a Jarge picked up in the first place, and then she gets a Mask of Madness and a Blink Dagger. I mean, am I the only one who's bringing it out here? Anyway, Ancient Person ulti flies up top. Jarge does get caught in the worst way possible. Earthshaker doing all kinds of CPC, able to get the combination off the top of Jarge. Beautiful play coming out from UT. Some excellent coordination. And Jarge just getting caught in the worst way possible. And oh yeah, Shadowblade Earthshaker is really nice too. Because Enchanted Totem increases his damage by 400%. Shadowblade gives you a bonus 22 damage, and I think this is all his base damage, so there you go. You see his base damage just got multiplied by 400%, which is 96. Plus that 22, it just puts like, you know, nice little cherry on top. This Earthshaker can get hit for massive amounts of damage. He pretty much has a rapier every 5 seconds. I think I would love to have a rapier every 5 seconds. Anyway, somebody getting caught up in jungle. Ancient Apparition able to help this puck get the kill, and by help I mean Ancient Apparition able to claim that kill. And this jungle belongs to the Radiant, man. They've been all up in this jungle. Crystal Maiden has died a countless number of times in this jungle. 0, 8, and 10 we see this Crystal Maiden. And on the other side, let's see the levels. She is only a meteor level 11. Ancient Apparition will be level 11 here very soon. I do think that extra second that he gets from the tick for all his ulti is really important. Really much in. And also the shadow damage does become a little bit different, and the initial damage does go higher by 100.
Middle tower
so
is
Ancient Apparition getting level 11 was going to be necessary for these next few fights, of course. If you want him to improve, as fights go.
Dire's middle tower is under fire.
Oh, I gotta sneeze, and I'm yawning. Anyway, Weaver taking a bunch of damage. Oh man, where's Weaver? Weaver just took a ton of damage. Drowinger got a silence off, and Shadowfiend just finished. Or Shadowfiend and Drowinger just, you know, Sanji Yasha'd him up.
Dire's top tower
Actually, Shadowfiend going
is
for
not
a
on top
Lincoln
of
Sphere.
things.
Okay, I thought he was going to be going for a med style out of that Sanji Yasha, but he did go for a Lincoln Sphere instead. Treant Protector using the natures, guys. He just might be getting caught on the worst way possible if he does decide to walk up that high ground.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And really nothing. I mean, Puck gonna try to force that Shadowfiend to run away, and she does force him to run away, and also forces him to use that BKB. Shadowfiend, I think he has his Lincoln Sphere up in like 50 more gold. Let's see.
Radiant's bottom tower has uninvited guests.
Yeah, it's okay. 20 more gold, whatever. Close enough. But a Lincoln Sphere nonetheless is up. Oh my gosh, Earthshaker coming forward, just getting a slam dunk on top of Crystal Maiden. I think that was highly unnecessary, but they did get that kill. That ulti from Earthshaker will be on cooldown now for a long time. That's going to be a big issue. Now we got Puck getting the ulti off on top of Treant Protector. The Sentry Ward did get placed down. Treant Protector does have his ulti, not going to be able to use it. Plucker rappels in, catches 2 inside of a beautiful ulti, actually catches 3. He immediately melts, and now here comes Shadowfiend. Not going to be able to do too terribly much except for run away. He does, in fact, run away.
Dire's middle tower is
and I was just saying how unnecessary that Earthshaker ulti was, but I mean, it baited these guys out and made them come forward and try to fight. And they did definitely lose that fight.
Dire's middle tower is on. Dire's middle tower is lost.
And looking at Earthshaker's damage when he pops that Enchanted Totem is ridiculous, man. Plus 22, like, you know, like I said, just a little cherry on top. Come on, go ahead and pop that Enchanted Totem. We want to see all the damage you can do. Just gonna wait to see it come off cooldown. Oh, he's about to do it. He's about to do it, guys. He's about to do it. Oh, he's not gonna do it. Come on, Earthshaker. Don't be a wimp. Anyway, 4-step is up on Ancient Apparition. That's going to help him stay alive, and also maybe get him into better positions. Puck has a Dagon,
bottom tower is on
so
its
that's going to be really
down.
awesome stuff coming from that. Dagon Dota is what we're seeing right here. Ancient Apparition does, I don't know if he got scouted out, but he does 4-step himself forward to the high ground. Doesn't want to get caught in the worst spot possible. His ulti can come through on top of Shadowfiend. I don't know if it'll be enough, but Shadowfiend does have a Geometry Sight, so he will be in a very important target. And meanwhile, we got Doombringer, might be getting scouted out by Crystal Maiden. She's walking in the worst spot possible. She's going to go ahead and back away. Throws out a Frost Nova. I think that might have ended her life. Maybe if Doom knew where everybody else was, he might have went for it. But Crystal Maiden did have some support in the form of Shadowfiend coming forward. Actually, if I was Shadowfiend, I'd throw my Lincolns on top of Crystal because she's likely the person to get picked off here by anybody's abilities. Meanwhile, we got both sides just waiting around this Roche pit, trying to see if they can catch him. Maybe come back and get the kill on top of him really fast before anything happens, but it looks like we got a whole entire, I want to say roughly 40 seconds before we see Roche come back up. And yeah, now we got Drow and Treant Protector just hanging out on top. No Shadow Blade on Drow. She does have that Sanji Yasha. She has not built anything since. I'm actually concerned that she's going to be going for a straight up Eagle Song, which I'll be a little bit sad about.
Bottom tower is under
but the evasion will help her out a lot. Meanwhile, bottom tower for the Dire does go down.
Tower lies in
no
ruins.
contest. No contest can use. We got the Flare from Clockwork flying on through. Going to be able to hit a few people. Do a nice little 150 damage in AoE. And the Dire are going to continue to push. The Radiant are going to try to break this high ground. The question is, will they be able to break it in time? They have a Shadowfiend here for the Dire to defend. It looks like Shadowfiend will be more than enough. Plus the Crystal Maiden and Treant Protector, I think he's up here as well. Meanwhile, we got Crystal Maiden running on out.
Radiant
Using that
managed
smoke
to
in the
deny
seat,
their
trying to see if
top
she can find
tower.
anybody. Actually, Radiant denied their tower, so all in all, the towers are looking in favor of the Radiant, of course, because they do have all the other, those other 2 towers, and Roshan is actually up right now. Those guys did smoke in. They do not see anybody here. They see Crystal Maiden. I think I still see the Ice Vortex. But the Ice Vortex did not scout anybody out. They're going to wait for the Ice Vortexes to go away. Crystal Maiden is waiting for her allies to show up. It's like Weaver. Weaver just might show up for this. No, Crystal Maiden did not get scouted out, but dear Jesus, was she scared as crap. She's hiding in the corner right now. I think she saw the Weaver, but I don't think he saw her. I saw them, and now they're gonna be going for Roche. Ancient Pressure ulti should be up here very soon. It just might be flying out in this general direction. There you go, Roche is gonna be getting done. Puck is on the outside. Weaver's on the outside. Ulti comes out from HR She's going to be able to catch the Jarge, and that's not what's sorry. Going to be able to catch the clock, but BKB gets popped by Doombringer, or BKB gets popped by Shadowfiend. Shadowfiend not going to be able to pop into the stick. He's going to just sit there and die. Meanwhile, we see people dying all on the outside. A big disaster coming up for the Dire. Jarge did get the Aegis, but she did lose her life right afterwards, and the gym of True Sights dropped on the ground, so Puck has a gym now. And guys, I think that just might have been it. It just might have been the thing that UG needed to have permission to push into this tier 3. 3 people dead, 4 people dead on the side of Revenge. True and Protector is the only one left to keep these towers alive.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
I really don't know what he can do.
Their structures.
And that's really about all he can do. And even that's not enough.
Dire's middle tower is in the wrong end of business.
And buybacks do come through. Jarge gets a nice little silence.
Dire's middle tower met its
pops
end.
at Mask of Madness, blinks away before Puck or Crew do anything to her. Shadowfiend is here. He did buyback as well. He's going to go ahead and take a little bit of damage. His BKB is on cooling off for 2 seconds. He's not going to be able to do anything but stand there and die. He is going to be going down. No souls left to his name. Meanwhile, we got Crystal Maiden getting melted, and I think that just might be a Cloud Crew. Pops that power cause, bouncing everybody back. Like I said before, the middle team fights where he wants to be. Able to disrupt a lot of, cause a lot of disruption inside these fights. Meanwhile, Jarge is popping that Mask of Madness, trying to get some more damage off. Does go down. Earthshaker getting a nice little 500 and something crit on top of her face. Excuse me. Oh god. And the GGs came out from one of the spectators, but that is not an official GG from the players. The pings do come with middle towers, and these middle towers will be going down. The last stand from Revenge.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower met its end.
Yeah, Earthshaker, let's see how much damage he's doing.
Dire's middle tower is in the wrong end.
520 plus 116.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Are you kidding me?
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's Ancient is not at its best. Radiant victory.
Anyway, Ancient does go down, and UG do claim victory for this one. So I am not sure if UG do have 2 victories or it's 1-1, but UG did definitely claim this game. I wouldn't say definitely convincing manner, because that Blink Dagger Drow, it almost worked out. The only thing that lost was that last Roshan fight, and that was, things went downhill from there. So yeah, that's the end of this game. So thank you guys for hanging out with us through all the long pauses and everything. This video did time out to about 1 hour and 12 minutes, which is awesome stuff. Hope you guys enjoyed the game. I'm going to go ahead and cut it there because it doesn't need to go any longer, and I'll see you guys whenever.